So, hello everybody, this is Country 5, and I wrote some books, and I want to talk to you about these books. Now see, I've been designed to deliver a message. I just never knew what the message was. I grew up in South Carolina, I'm a country boy, and I went off to the Marine Corps, and then I went off to Hollywood to be an entertainer, and a rapper, and all over the country, the world pretty much. As you can see, I was able to go to a lot of different places in my career as a rapper. And as an actor, been in some of the biggest TV shows in Hollywood during the time I was actually doing it.
Is Baby Joker here? Who? Dennis?
Oh, yeah, he went down there to the gathering.
What's up, cuz? Got your tongue?
We ain't related, nigga. And don't be calling you a cuz.
We might be related, considering I banged your mama.
Man, names, location, gun, right now, or I take you in. See, baby, you never trust the police, man.
See if
it won't be necessary.
that one's really
Nah. The spirit of Janice in the room while he recording. Come on, man, that's that fire right there.
That's that fire right there.
T-Lon ain't here.
I guess we just gonna have to wait for him then, huh?
Yo, man, hey, drop the gun. What are you doing with cops?
Man, I got shot by guys saying they was cops before. I ain't go for it then, I ain't going for it now.
Listen. You do nice things for me. I'm gonna take real good care of you, right?
Hey, lovely ladies, $200, and you can't tell it from the real thing.
And what you say your name is again?
My name is Snake.
Ooh.
Yeah, Snake.
Ooh.
Sit down right there.
Tell him I'm just volunteering.
Anybody want to volunteer to get shot?
Yo, I know y'all got guns, but I need them. Give me one.
Excuse me, shawty, damn. What's up with all that focus on my trophy, man? This ain't eye candy, just my candy, player.
That was a great run I had, for being in the entertainment industry, and I'm still somewhat doing it now. But my whole experience here and being able to travel so many places and speak to so many people was for me to get a consensus of this planet and what was going on this planet. I really didn't know at first that was my mission. I just knew I had a love for people. What is overstanding? Overstanding is a process of the way we perceive information and how we look at things. And so I really want to get into how when you overstand, you try to get things from a total standpoint of everything. Like not just your point of view, but all point of views. When you overstand, you can really see the motivation behind people's action. So all of these things are important. To overstand, it has multi-layers and there's multi-ways to actually apply it to your life. But the main thing is, when you overstand, you do more than understand, and you overstand everything. So that's what we want to really get into, and that's what these books are about. So I wrote these books. It took me 7 years to put these books together. I had a pretty busy life, I was doing some things that I really liked, but I was called to actually write these books. So I had to really take a break from life and just really sit there and plan out amongst the schedule of living of how to write these books. I started writing the first book first, this book here, The Art of Overstanding. And just like everything else in life, there's levels to things. So I realized that some of the levels that I learned on my journey of writing these books, and before I even started writing these books, from the research that I discovered, I realized that some of the information was really bizarre and would really throw the reader off if they wasn't prepared for it. So that's why I wrote 2 books. So I decided to write a reference book. That's what this book is here, Keys to the Soul. And so when things get too deep in this book, it gives you a reference where you can go into that book and it'll give you information on the highest levels. Or you can just read this book first, and then you can read the Keys to the Soul second. So, well, full disclosure, I'm not really a writer like that. I'm an entertainer and I do that sort of stuff. But I mean, I have wrote a book before, an autobiography called My First 35. I did that about 7 years ago. And then these are the two that I just completed. But I felt compelled to complete these books. I felt like that was my life mission. I really wanted to take the time to write these books because I feel like a lot of people like to talk to me, like to actually give me information about them. I've been able to gather a lot of information from talking to so many different people, and I just started doing a lot of research myself. So a lot of these things that I have in the book is just coming from the experience of me just being able to just work with so many people and just be on the highest levels and the lowest levels, and to get a total understanding of people, this planet, the controllers, the motivation behind the controllers. So these are some of the things that I want to get into. So the topics in this particular book, I mean, just a few to name, but there's more in the book. But we touch on racism, we touch on politics, we touch on religion, and we touch on entertainment. And like I said, there's other subjects in this book that we touch on, but just to give you an understanding of these particular subjects, because I think it plays a major role in the way we live our lives, in the way we think about things in our lives. So I really wanted to share these things in this particular book. So when you get into racism, I wanted to really just kind of break down, like, for real about racism. Why is it so hard to talk about? Get things from our perspective so that we can just understand things and understand people's motivations, and that there may be different motivations and those motivations clash, and that's a part of understanding. And so when you stop participating in all that, then your soul will begin to ascend, and you'll be able to get up out of all of this mess that we're in right now. But as long as we consider ourselves in the matrix and we subjecting our energy towards certain things that's been set up for that, and we fall for it, then it may take a while for us to ascend up out of here. So that's one of the key reasons for this book. So we really touch on politics, because politics plays a major role, rules and regulations of the world, you know. We get into what governing is, what government is. So when you really think about it and you see the point of view from their perspective versus normal people perspective, people in the middle, like I said, I wanted to touch on our perspective so that we can start to understand, okay? Religion, really get into religion. Religion was kind of tough for me to write because it's so delicate of a subject when it comes to people. But I really try to get people to understand things from our religion, because I actually been to all churches, all different types of religion, and I do it because I like to study and I like to see different people and how they worship, and you know, people clashing sometimes over their beliefs, but they're still pretty much doing the same thing. They just have a different way of doing it, and I learned that, and so I wanted to try to get people to understand religion so it won't be so divisive, where Catholics can't, you know, fellowship with Jews and vice versa, everybody in their own little religious corners and boxes. And once you take yourself out of that religion and you just make yourself really the person of energy, and you can just really love whomever and just appreciate whomever no matter what they think for faith and their interpretation of things, you know. And so, you know, like I say, I think it's a way we need to do this where we can all come together, especially on the religious standpoint. And so I try to touch on that, and I think if you really read some of the things I'm saying, you'll get that. And then entertainment, you know, the purpose for entertainment, what's behind the scene of the entertainment, some of the motivations with the entertainment, some of the things that can be emotionally distractive to regular people when it comes to entertainment, and trying to compare yourself to people that's on television. So I really just try to get into some things that will really help, you know. So those are some of the subjects we talk about in this book. And so while we get into the books, and while I'll, you know, really tell you why you should really have these books, just know that the point that I'm coming from is out of a place of love and just trying to inspire us to actually dig for more knowledge. Don't just take what I'm saying to hold, but just really challenge what I'm saying, but do your research as well. And just let's not just be told things. Let's make sure that we have an understanding of all things, and then we can put things in perspective from that point. Not just only myself, but there's many people that's on the internet that's really just trying to share information so that we're all in this together, trying to figure this out, this thing called life. And I just think people, whether they from different religions or they have a different understanding or overstanding, I think most of it just come out of love. Like, people just really want to help. People just really want to give people information and ways of thinking about stuff. And I'm one of those people, you know. I just feel like I'm designed and was created to give this information out to people. So, you know, I just want you to, you know, go to the website, check out The Art of Overstanding, and then you can have Keys to the Soul as well, and that will definitely change your life, in my opinion, you know. And like I say, there's so many other different books, there's so many different authors, there's so many different people that's on the same path of just trying to get it right and trying to learn from each other. And I just really hope that the 7 years that I dedicated to putting these books together would be a blessing to you and to any reader that reads these books. So please, if you have any questions or anything, you can reach us on the website, theartofoverstanding.com. This is the first series of The Art of Overstanding, the Chronicles of Overstanding, and I will see you in the next segment.